Hi, this is Nathan at Rain Networks. This is video number 3 in our Macrium SiteDeploy series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the deployment media. In our second video, I showed you how to create the deployment media. In this video, I'm going to start to show you how to utilize the deployment media. So the idea here is the deployment media is a boot tool that we could boot a machine up to either via a USB thumb drive or via Pixie, and it would run a Macrium portable app that would walk us through imaging a machine. The Macrium portable app runs off of Windows PE, Windows Pre-Boot Environment, and this portable app will then either give us the ability to take a golden image or deploy a golden image. All right. Now, what I have right here is a virtual machine booted up to the deployment media. This is simulating, for example, plugging the Macrium USB drive into a machine and booting up to that USB drive. Okay, this is the first screen that you'll see after it boots up. You can see here that it shows that I am connected, which is basically saying that it's made a network handshake to my management console, but it does tell me that I'm unauthenticated. It's essentially wanting me to log in. This ensures that you don't have an unauthorized user attempting to do imaging on a machine on your network. We're going to click this login button and then go ahead and authenticate to our site manager server. You can use either a local Windows account or a domain account to authenticate to your server. Now that I've authenticated, you can see that it shows that I'm authenticated and all the buttons have lit up so that I can start doing the imaging tasks that I want to do. First, let's walk through the process of taking a golden image. Macrium made that very simple, and it's done with this button in the lower right that says Take Golden Image. We're going to go ahead and click this button, and the first thing it's asking for is what golden image store do we want to store our image in. If you watched our first video, you saw where I showed you what golden image stores do and how to make them. And this is where they come into play. This is very key because in many cases, you're going to make a lot of different golden images. Macrium gives you these golden image stores as a way to organize your image. And so it's asking us, where do we want to save the image that we're about to create? So we're just going to pick whichever one we want to store the image in and click OK. At this point, it scans the machine. It sees that this machine has Windows 11 on it, which is true. So this is a machine I intend to image. I'm going to make an image that I can then put on subsequent machines. It's wanting me to give it a name. It sensed, like I said, that it's a Windows 11 machine. I call it Nathan Test. Now, a couple key items here to show. Macrium does integrate with Microsoft SysPrep. If you intend to use Microsoft SysPrep, you're going to want to check this button here. And then we also need to know what the boot mode of this machine is, whether it's using UEFI or not. Now, once I click the Create button here, it's going to give me a little warning telling me I haven't actually run SysPrep on this machine, which is true. But if you had run SysPrep, you would not see this. You can just click OK through this. And at this point, it's going to get me into the imaging wizard where I can then make an image. Okay, if I was to click next here, it would start the process of ripping an image that would then end up in my image catalog that I could use on future machines. So a very simple and easy process to create a golden image. Now, let's go through step 1 of how to do deployments. There's actually 2 methods for doing deployments. I'm going to show you what I would call the easy method. Actually, really, both methods are easy, but this is just the very simple way to do it, which is to click this deploy button in the lower left. It shows me the 2 images that I have in my image catalog. If you watched the first video in this series, you might remember I showed you these 2 images. So I just pick which one I want to have on this machine. And if I was to hit deploy, it would wipe this machine and walk me through the process of putting this image on a machine. Okay, so basically these 2 buttons down here at the bottom do the vast majority of the work that you'll ever need to do inside this tool. Now, in our next video, I'm going to walk you through a second way that you can do a deployment other than this button, where you can push a deployment from our management console. So stay tuned for a future video where we're going to show you our second method of deployment that you can use as an alternative to this button.